The great Jim Harbaugh, who I really can't get enough of. He's just got that, I don't know,
Christopher Walken, you can watch him cook chicken.
Locked, cocked, ready to rock.
I think he's really smart, and I actually think he's low-key funny, and I do think a lot of times he just likes to do bits, particularly with the media, and I'm here for it. The way he handled all the crap coming at him at Michigan was funny to me. And I kind of respect him for being the first real prominent coach to come out and just totally flip the bird to these stupid-ass NCAA.
Yeah, he thumbed his nose at him.
So he's, I don't know if I'd want to hang with him, but
I think he's a lot.
He is a lot, but he makes me chuckle. And this is no different. This was on the Chargers Twitter account. Jim Harbaugh drove his RV to Huntington Beach and parked it, and he has been coaching. That's where he goes at night and sleeps. In his RV, and it's not that nice. Like, it's just it's a little dated.
You're right that Roman's RV is nicer.
Roman's is pimp. Greg Roman, his offensive coordinator.
Yes, Harbaugh's is more just date. I'm guessing that for its time, this was.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna say it was top of the line, but it was a solid RV.
Somebody said it's 142,000 new.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I
At
can
the
see
time,
that.
yes.
But it just doesn't.
Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
mean, it's not going to blow you away.
It doesn't hold up.
So the Chargers put out a 8-minute thing, and I watched the whole thing, and I can tell you that you don't need to watch it.
No,
it's just Harbaugh and Roman sitting there quipping at each other.
Yeah.
But here is a little snippet of it, the little teaser they put out. It's about a minute and a half on how it all came about.
Yeah, I am. We all are. Yeah, and I'm coaching for him. Yeah. We're in Huntington Beach at the Waterfront RV Park. This is my Quantum Thor motor coach. Kind of inspired by growing up watching the Rockford Files. Got my DVDs. I've been watch that. Nothing will make you feel more like a dad than when you figure out how to dispose of the waste. Felt like a real dad. Now, Giro, I said this is a Class C here. Greg Roman.
How's it going, everybody?
You want to see Giros?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, come check it. Check this rig out. It's like what the rock bands go around in right here.
I mean, for one person, this beats any hotel room in America. You know what I mean?
Took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Living the RV life, Giro.
Yes, sir.
I asked my brother-in-law, John Fearborn, to drive this coach out, which he did. I'll tell you, some of the nights it was raining, is there a better night's sleep that you could get?
No.
In an RV when it's raining?
The rain's hitting the top of it? No way. No.
Put you right to sleep. The RV, I can speak. This has been a help to winning, to working, and
no question. Winning in football, is there anything like it?
It's cured more ills than penicillin.
There you go.
That is a known scientific fact.
You and I have won some games in California, so it'd be good to keep that tradition going, huh?
So that's just a little teaser. So he loved James Garner in Rockford Files. He loved it. And he goes in, I saw the whole, I watched the long version, and he goes into, like, he just was inspired by James Garner, the character.
Well, the Rockford Files, like, I think it was Jim Rockford was the...
Jim Rockford,
Jim Rockford, yeah. Like, my parents used to watch that. Like, that was a man's man.
Yeah.
I can see Harbaugh loving.
He loved that.
And
guy.
I love that he has the entire series on DVD.
Yeah, along with Joe Dirt.
What?
Yeah, in the longer version, he says,
Dirt?
Here's Joe Dirt, gotta watch that.
Wow.
So what do you think his top 3 shows are? Because he mentions them.
And you said 2 are modern.
Yeah, and then one is Rockford Files. I mean, that's his favorite show, dude. He loves Rockford Files.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought he'd be like a Hill Street blues man in the heat of the night, Rockford Files, Starsky and Hutch. But you're saying the other ones are fairly new.
I have 2 guesses.
They're not fairly new. They are new.
They are new.
I mean, they're modern.
I'll say, I think Jim likes a power dynamic. I'll say Succession.
Oh, no.
That's interesting.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, how about just Yellowstone?
That's
that.
wrong. Yeah.
That seems like Harbaugh.
That's good.
I was thinking Yellowstone was right up his alley.
I believe that these shows show that he has a sense of humor. There's a
he's got a sense of humor.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a hint.
Interesting.
Yeah. They're both funny.
Both funny shows.
Well, I mean,
Is he listening to like is he watching like the Big Bang Theory or something?
No,
That
one
would
of
fit,
them
though.
is Ted Lasso.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. I
He
can see
loves
that.
Ted Lasso.
Okay.
And the other one he mentioned is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Get right there out of town.
Great.
Jim
Hey.
Harbaugh
Okay.
loves Larry David.
Loves him some
God, a
Curb.
guest spot with him on Curb would have been great.
Oh my God.
That
yes.
would have been Harbaugh playing Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Like I could see Larry going to like
What's with all the khaki?
because Larry's a big football guy. Like Larry David
Big
loves
Jets fan, right?
Yeah, he's a big Jets guy. He thinks he could be the offensive coordinator for the Jets. Dude, I so wish that those two could have connected.
That show is
Well, it's over now.
it's over, but it's mostly ad-libbed. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like there was the podcast with Jeff Garland and the woman who plays his wife on the show.
Susie Essman.
Yeah, Susie. They sit down, and I can't handle a lot of Jeff Garland.
I can't handle a lot of Susie.
Yeah, see, she's way better in the podcast, and he's way more over the top. Like
Interesting.
her character, she went over the top
Yeah.
on the show, but she's pretty chill in the podcast. Anyway, they're talking about that show and kind of the behind the scenes of it and Larry and everything. And it would be fascinating to get Jim Harbaugh in there because they were talking about how basically Larry gives you a synopsis and you read the synopsis and then you just go in and do the scene and you just play off each other and
Yeah.
you just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Garland even said, is that his name? Garland?
Yeah,
Jeff
I think so.
Garland.
Jeff
Garland.
Garland.
He even said he doesn't even like to read the synopsis. He just goes
Just
in. And that's fascinating that those guys can do that and do it so well. But
They had
watching Harbaugh try to do that, because Bruce Springsteen was on the last episode.
yeah.
And he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you they didn't give him lines.
No, it was just like Bruce react to this.
Yeah, and he was great at
Yeah.
it.
Well, and I miss the I forget the guy that played Super Dave Osborne. And he was Funkhauser. I forget.
Yeah, that's
I forget what his actual name is. He unfortunately passed away now.
yeah.
But there are so many times where
Bob Einstein.
Bob Einstein,
Yeah.
he would interact with non-regulars on the show, and you could see Larry hated that he would go so far the other way. And so Larry David was always annoyed on the show, but in real life that he would just go off and tell these random jokes. There's a great scene where he tells Jerry Seinfeld, the real Jerry Seinfeld, this horrid joke. And Larry David, I saw an interview where he goes, I could not understand where the hell he was going with it. It made no sense in the context of the show. We didn't know what he was doing. It went on for like a minute and a half. And he's like, when it got done, it was so good, we couldn't cut it out.
Yeah.
And that's just the way that show operates.
That formula makes sense to me now because in the final season, I feel like I've seen scenes where Larry David is laughing, not
Yes.
like
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
hearing a joke for the first time. There's one in maybe even the last episode where he's sitting in a car with Leon and he is cracking up at the ridiculousness Leon is throwing at him, and you start to notice that he's like almost
He's
breaking
really
character.
laughing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
really laughing. Yeah. Jeff Garland said that there are a lot of times in the show where you can go back and look and they will cut away from Larry
Because
but
they can't keep it
because
together.
He's about to
the
laugh.
SNL type deal.
Yeah, and he said if you watch really close, you can tell when Larry breaks down and starts laughing. That show is fantastic, and Jim Harbaugh is a fan.
Yeah, that's
Can you
great.
imagine running into Jim Harbaugh at a truck stop or something in his
Well,
RV?
Imagine run. Oh, and by the way, to the listener's point, and I kind of forgot about this, but the Jim Rockford in the Rockford Files lived in a mobile home.
Well, that's why he
yeah,
said he bought the RV.
Bought the RV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's out there at Huntington Beach, although they're saying now that his family has moved to town, and so they're moving into their house.
Do you think Harbaugh's bitter?
Yes.
You think at times that like when his wife like during the season he doesn't want to deal with her, he just goes back to the RV.
It would be so
Yes.
on brand if he just kept the RV spot and kind of lived there halftime.
And somebody else texted in real quick. They said, watch that RV video and tell me that Jim Harbaugh didn't sit in his driveway with the till and the calculator running that garage sale. He totally ran his own garage sale. I absolutely believe that.
You're not wrong. He's a guy that's just wired different. $16 million a year, and he's driving an old, not super nice RV. And so you wonder in his mind, he's like, I don't need anything else. He's like, Jim Rockford didn't have one this nice. I wonder what kind of car Harbaugh drive. God, I can't say his name. Jim Harbaugh.
His
drives.
car is right next to the RV.
What's he
It's one
rolling?
of those
Seems
What
like
are
a
they-
truck guy.
what are the EV
Oh,
real
the-
fancy
y- Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Rivian.
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 He has a Rivian.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that's what
He's
it
a
is.
soy boy electric guy?
If you watch watch the video, his
wow.
car is right next to the RV.
I don't know what to make of
And
this.
you know it's his car because he loads it up with a bunch of stuff. I think it's a Rivian.
Interesting.
And I rode in one of those when we were in Georgia. It is freaking nice.
Is it?
It goes to. I mean, it's got some chutzpah.
Well, the electric cars, when I was leasing the electric Mustang, dude, it's like Teslas or anything else. It weighs so little, and there's no, like, you just touch the gas and it goes.
It goes.
Dude, they're crazy. They're like driving little go-karts.